Welcome to the first episode of a brand new series called Sports Betting Principles, applying Ray Dalio's wisdom to the sports books. Now, Ray Dalio, the founder of the renowned asset manager Bridgewater Associates, might not be the first name that comes to mind when you think of sports betting. But trust us, his ideas from the world of business can be surprisingly powerful tools for becoming a sharper bettor. In this first episode, we're diving into the core concept of formalizing your betting principles. Yep, that's right. We're talking about creating your own personal betting manifesto. Ray Dalio, the legendary investor, emphasizes radical transparency. That doesn't just mean being open with others, but also being honest with yourself. By writing down your betting principles, you shift from impulsive wagers to intentional decisions. Essentially, you're creating a personal rule book that outlines the following. Number one, risk tolerance. Risk tolerance is essentially how much you're willing or comfortable and potentially losing on any given bet. Number two, bankroll management, which applies to how much of your overall betting budget you're willing to allocate to each individual bet. And number three, bet selection criteria. What factors will determine your picks? Think specific sports, player stats, historical trends. Now let's be honest, sports are passionate affairs, but emotions can cloud your judgment and lead to bad bets. So putting your principles down on paper forces you to prioritize logic over blind loyalty to your favorite team. This manifesto can be your calming voice reminding you to, number one, stick to your system, which means you don't abandon your plan just because you're on a hot streak or reeling from a tough loss. Analyze data and make decisions based on fact, not emotion. Identify your biases. Acknowledge any emotional attachment you might have and consciously avoid letting them influence your picks, like me always betting on the Jaguars to win. But here's the thing, the best system evolves. Dalio is a big believer in continuing your learning. Your betting principles document should be a living document. Track your bets, analyze the results, and be willing to adapt your approach based on what you learn. This way you can, number one, refine your system. So over time, you'll discover what works and what doesn't, allowing you to refine your betting strategy. Number two, staying objective. By regular review, it keeps you honest and prevents emotional biases from creeping back in. Now remember, sports betting should be fun, but it can also be a way to potentially make some money. By applying Ray Dalio's principles and creating your personal betting guide, you'll be well on your way to becoming a more strategic and successful sports bettor. So grab a pen and paper, write down your principles, develop a system, and start making some smarter bets. Now stay tuned for part 2 of this Sports Betting Principles series. And remember, as always, friends, don't gamble, bet better.